Was it just two elated NYU philosophy majors, sipping on matcha lattes, taking selfies, getting piercings, and enjoying a quintessential downtown New York day below 14th Street? No, in fact. It's Zendaya and her Euphoria co-star Jacob Elordi. The two were spotted today in New York City, yes, below 14th Street. Enjoying a casual day out. First, the duo, who have been rumored to be dating both, have denied the claim, walked around the city before eventually heading to Studs, or rather the glossier of piercing studios. For the outing, Zendaya wore a camel-hued jacket, a black top, and high-waisted trousers with a sharp pleat down the middle. She topped off the look with a pair of checkered Vans. Elordi donned a roughed-up Yankees cap, a black scarf, a hoodie with a Warner Brothers logo, and black pants, not to mention the black purse and camera slung across his chest. Here, accessories were the clear standout pieces. Some items, like Elordi's thin chain bracelet and subtle pinky ring, simply show that he has an eye for a little casual shine. Bonus points for his gold nail polish, too. But look even closer, and these accessories tell the full story of their big day out. Zendaya and Elordi both carried cups of matcha in plastic cups, with a pink palm tree print, a tip-off that they're fans of Cha-Cha Matcha, a New York chain that churns the chuggable drink out by the gallon. And judging by Elordi's blazing yellow plastic bag with the Strand emblazoned on the front, two actors had most likely had gone to, yes, the Strand, New York's famed 90-year-old bookstore. Where next? Perhaps they headed to Beacon's Closet to round out the day and to score some new garb to add to their already perfected New York looks. It wouldn't come as a surprise. Zendaya and Jacob Elordi prove they're more than just best friends with a kiss more than friends. Rumored couple Zendaya and Jacob Elordi have been in denial about their possible romance for some time now. The pair has adamantly denied any speculation of being together, but new photos of the two feature them looking quite cozy together. The two were spotted spending time in the Big Apple together when Paps snapped a pic of Jacob sweetly kissing the Euphoria star on the head. They were showing each other things on their phones and laughing, an eyewitness told E! News. She seemed to really enjoy being with him. At one point he reached over and kissed her on the forehead. She had a big smile on her face and was very comfortable with them. Later on during their afternoon outing, the source said Jacob snapped several photos of Zendaya with his camera. They walked in sync and looked happy together. Zendaya couldn't help but break into a big smile from time to time. At the end of their date, Jacob hailed a cab for them and got the door for Zendaya. She hopped in and looked over at him with a big smile again, the eyewitness described. At the end of January, Zendaya presented Jacob with the Rising Star honor at the American-Australian Association Arts Awards in New York and referred to him as her best friend. Jacob has also squashed rumors of a romance, most recently in an interview with GQ, where he called the star one of his closest friends. "She's super dope to work with," he told the magazine at the time. "She's an incredible artist and a very caring person to all of us. But we're all really close. There is not one weak link in that show. We've spent so much time together and everyone is just so cool to work with." He also told the publication at the time, "She's like a sister to me." The pair worked together on the hit HBO series Euphoria, but sparked romance rumors in August 2019 after pictures of them vacationing together in Greece hit the internet. While pics together across the globe have continued to raise eyebrows, the two have stayed true to saying that they are just friends. Jacob even opened up further about their on-set bond in an interview with The Hollywood Reporter. "We were like a tight-knit family," he shared. "We spent so many hours on set." Both Zendaya and Jacob have kept pretty tight-lipped in the past about their dating history, but one thing is for sure, they would definitely make a cute couple. Monique speaks out against Oprah Winfrey for making her life harder. It's been years since Monique and Oprah Winfrey's feud began, and it shows no sign of slowing. In the latest development, Monique is once again calling out the talk show host for what she claims is a disparity in the way she treats the people around her. In her lengthy open letter to the talk show host, posted to Instagram, she reveals she felt compelled to write to her after seeing the way Oprah allegedly treats people who were accused of the same crimes. Monique then shares she watched Oprah's interview on CBS This Morning, in which Norah O'Donnell asked her about Harvey Weinstein, and she responded that she tries to find the silver lining in every situation. "You also said if we make this all about Harvey Weinstein, then we have lost the moment," Monique adds, going on to point out Oprah's perceived hypocritical decision to produce a number two documentary on Russell Simmons. "When you either are or were going to be a part of documentary on Michael Jackson and Russell Simmons, how is that not making it all about them?" Interestingly, brother MJ was acquitted and deceased, so how is he not off limits? Russell and Harvey are accused of the same thing, so in fairness, how do you not support the accusers of both, as you said you did with RS, or did you look for the silver lining for both, like you said you did for HW? She continues. Then, Monique seems to accuse Oprah of being racist when she states that the only difference between the two is their skin color and the fact that there are way more people who accused Weinstein of allegedly sexually assaulting them. Monique then shares her personal experience with Oprah. You've watched me as a black woman be accused of being difficult for not promoting Precious internationally for Lionsgate, at Lionsgate, Tyler Perry and your request, despite the fact my deal was with Lee Daniels Entertainment, she explains. How are you for black women when you hear Tyler on audio saying I was right and he was going to speak up, but you or him still haven't said a word? The Precious star shares that when she first met Oprah at the age of 16, she told the talk show host she wanted to be just like her, only to be told, you have to work really, really hard. The comedian adds, my 16-year-old self didn't know that you and your silence in the face of wrongdoing would make my life harder. Lastly, please consider standing by the people who are right and not just the right people, she concludes. As she mentioned in the letter, a large part of her feud with Oprah stems from when they worked together on Precious in 2009. As Monique has previously explained, she refused to do additional campaigning for the award-nominated film, as Lionsgate, Lee Daniels and Oprah requested, because they wouldn't pay her for additional time worked. In February 2019, she went on to claim in an interview with Steve Harvey that she was labeled as difficult and thus blacklisted by the entertainment industry. I said no to some very powerful people. I said no to Oprah Winfrey. I said no to Tyler Perry. I said no to Lee Daniels, and I said no to Lionsgate, she explained to Harvey. And the difficulty came in when people that looked like me, like Oprah, Tyler, Lee and I got to put my brother Steve on the list. You all knew I was not wrong. Each one of you said to me, Monique, you are not wrong, and when I heard you go on the air and you said, my sister burned too many bridges and there's nothing I can do for her now, Steve, do you know how hurt I was? In response, Steve revealed that he felt she went about it in the wrong way. He told her, I felt that you had done yourself a disservice by the way you chose to go about it. They ended their conversation with Harvey promising to help her. I didn't come here to bash you. I love you. I wish you well and let's heal this thing and move forward so the world can see how great we all are. But that's not the only thing Monique has taken issue with in regards to Winfrey. She's also revealed her disappointment in Oprah's decision to invite her parents and her brother, Gerald, onto her show to discuss Monique's accusations of molestation. According to Monique, she gave her permission to speak to her brother, not knowing that Oprah had also invited her parents, who she was not on good terms with. Had Oprah Winfrey said to me, I have your mother, I would have said, shut that ST down, because I don't want the world seeing my mother being so greedy over money that she's willing to do anything to go on your show. Then, when Monique confronted Oprah over this at an Oscars party, she claimed Oprah responded, if you think I did something to offend you, I want to apologize. Oprah's never addressed Monique's accusations. Liam Hemsworth and Gabriella Brooks take their love to LA. With rare sighting, Liam Hemsworth and Gabriella Brooks are packing on the PDA. On Monday afternoon, photographers were able to catch a few photos of the new couple as they shared a kiss or two in front of a Los Angeles gym. As seen in the pics, Gabriella wrapped her arms around her man in a warm embrace, and he returns the gesture. As for their outfits, he wore a pair of black workout shorts, a white t-shirt and a green hoodie. Gabriella wore a casual ensemble comprised of light wash jeans, a white t-shirt and a cream-colored jacket. This isn't the first time the two Aussies have locked lips in public. A few weeks ago the pair was spotted kissing on an Australian beach during a hot summer day. Things appear to be moving quickly for the actor and model. They first sparked romance rumors in mid-December and have since been seen together only a handful of times. Nonetheless, each time they've been spotted, the two young stars have been locked in a warm embrace. Plus, Gabriella's already met his parents. When paparazzi first caught sight of the duo, Liam's parents were also present to meet the 23-year-old model. A source told E! News at the time, everyone was chatty and shook hands on arrival. Liam's mum looked very happy to see him, gave him a big cuddle. Now, it appears Liam and Gabriella are in Los Angeles, where Hemsworth once lived with ex-wife Miley Cyrus. The two recently finalized their divorce, months after they revealed their decade-long relationship was over. It was not a complicated divorce because of their prenup, and it was all handled by attorneys, an insider previously told E! News. They are both very much ready to move on and untangle whatever affairs were left to figure out. They are happy to close this chapter of their lives. Meanwhile, Miley is dating Australian Cody Simpson, who said that things were going great a few weeks ago. Justin Bieber details drug abuse, mental illness and Lyme disease battle. 6 takeaways. Justin Bieber won't let his past become the blueprint for his future. The pop star appears alongside wife Hailey Bieber, manager Scooter Braun and several other members of his inner circle in the most revealing episode of his YouTube docu-series yet. Titled The Dark Season, Justin speaks candidly about his journey to get sober and reclaim his mental, physical and spiritual health after years of turmoil. On gradually becoming addicted to drugs. Bieber says he first smoked marijuana at 13 years old, which he became dependent on through his teens. It eventually progressed to much more lethal substances, with the 25-year-old recalling, "There was a time when I was sipping lean, popping pills, doing Molly, shrooms, everything." He describes it as an escape, explaining, "I was young, like everybody in the industry and people in the world who experiment and do normal, growing up things. But my experience was in front of cameras, and I had a different level of exposure. I had a lot of money and a lot of things." On the lasting impact of his troubled childhood. Looking back, Bieber blames his upbringing on the behavior he exhibited through 2013 and 2014, which involved multiple vandalism, assault and DUI arrests. "I started valuing the wrong things in this business because there was things dangling in front of me," he says of that time in his life. "If I get this, I'll be happy. If I do this, I'll be happy." These are things that I think a lot of people with secure households learn at a young age. I never heard that security in a family. I never had that consistency. I never had the reliability and the accountability. My parents never gave me those tools to be a good team player, Bieber later remarks. On reaching his breaking point and reconnecting with Hailey. It wasn't until Bieber says he felt like dying that he decided to get clean. Recalling a particularly dire moment, he reveals, "My security would come into my room at night to check my pulse. People don't know how serious it got. It was legit crazy, scary. I was waking up in the morning and the first thing I was doing was popping pills and smoking a blunt and starting my day. It just got scary." Hailey, who he married last year, didn't get involved in Justin's personal life until he chose to get sober, she says. On treating his mental health.